Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please like this video. If you haven't subscribed, please do so you don't miss when I post. Today I want to talk about the importance of credit score and just how important is it. We all know credit score is important. It's very beneficial and vital for our long-term future and long-term goals. You can start building your credit score at the age of 18. That's when you can first apply for a credit card. It's great to start at an early age. We can use it for school supply, your tuition, textbooks, whatever, right? Anything you use to pay using a credit card helps. It starts building your credit history. So going to the dollar store and buying a drink or chips, whatever, that helps. As long as you pay it off in full. So some people will say, I don't need a credit card. I'll use cash, I'll use debit. Without going into the topic of using a credit card, you get the points, the rewards, the security, and everything good attached with using a credit card. I just want to focus on the credit score. But building your credit score can't happen through cash or debit. So why use it? Plus, like I said, you don't get the points, the rewards, the security, and everything that comes along with a credit card. But yet you still see people use cash and debit, right? Because some are scared that, oh, they might mess up their credit score because they missed a payment, or they may not be financially responsible with having a credit card because they might max out their credit card, or they may not be able to afford it at the end of the 30-day period. As we grow older, we should get more responsible, and it pays dividends, especially when you start at a young age, because say you start at the age of 18, all the way to buying your first home is very, very imperative, because banks will look at that. And say when you have that excellent credit score, you will be rewarded with what? A favorable mortgage terms and a favorable rate, lower interest rate. And that's what you want at the end of the day. So you can buy that dream home. Say you started late and you don't have the excellent credit score. Now you'll be making up that ground to catch up to it. That's why I always say use your credit card. It's better to use your credit card. Not just for the points, the rewards, and security, but for your credit score. That is so vital for your future and your long-term goals. You're not getting anything by using cash and debit. Plus, it's also learning lesson or an experience. Oh, I have a credit card and I use it. Now I can track my expenses. Okay, I bought something at the beginning of the month. I have 30 days to pay it off. It's not like debit or cash where it's instantly withdrawn. You have 30 days to pay that off. And that helps you as well because you can use money elsewhere, make money, whatever the case is. And that's just how important and beneficial when it comes to using a credit card. And I strongly recommend getting a credit card and using it to your advantage. There's nothing to lose. As long as you're financially responsible, you're fine. So it's easier to climb from the bottom to the top. So 300 to 579 is considered poor, whereas 800 to 900 is considered excellent. So climbing from that bottom to the top is much easier as it is climbing, say, from 700 to getting to that 900, right? It's very, very hard, and it's so hard to climb up when you're already at the top, right? The other way around, it's so much easier to fall from the top to the bottom, missing a single payment or multiple payments, or not paying it in full, declaring bankruptcy, having a lot of hard inquiries. There's so many things you can do to ruin your credit score, and you don't want to do that. And hopefully this video helps you realize how important credit score is. So how can you improve your credit score, you may wonder? Well, to improve your credit score, it's easy. Your payment history. Are you paying on time? Did you miss a payment? Don't miss a payment. Make sure you pay on time. It's very, very important. And missing that one payment is crucial. Like, it can really drop you a few points. And then, just one missed payment, then another missed payment, you're just going to keep falling, and it could possibly lead to a free fall. And you don't want that. You work so hard to get your credit score as high as it can be. Now you want to try to maintain it, or if anything, try to get better and get that better credit score. Then you have credit utilization. Credit utilization is a ratio. So for instance, say your credit limit is $1,000 and you spend $500. Your credit utilization is 50%. It's recommended to have a 35% credit utilization, but again, lower the better. Say you do have a lot of expenses and you use your credit card, right? That's great. But you don't want to max out your credit card. What you want to do, or what I suggest, is see if you can increase your credit limit, say from 1,000 to 2,000 or 1,000 to 3,000 or whatever the case is, as much as you can go. Or see if you can apply for another credit card and see if you can divide it. Say one credit card is used for your business expense, another one's used for your personal expenses, whatever the case is, to make it easier for you. But don't have too many credit cards, right? I know a lot of people took advantage of this welcome bonus from credit cards, and they may have a lot, and that's not good. You don't want that. You want to have a few, because when you have a lot and then you close them, closing credit cards also hurt, and you don't want that. So just have a few, maintain them. And then you have your credit history. Credit credit history is basically a track record of you spending. So say you start from the age of 18 to now. So that's your track record. The longer your credit history, the better, because it shows this person has been using their credit card since the age of 18 till now. They haven't missed a payment, or they maybe missed one or two throughout these years. That's still amazing, right? And they like to see that. Then you have public records. Public records can be like, have you declared for bankruptcy? Is there any collection issues? Could range from like you didn't pay your landlord or car loan, whatever the case is. Stuff like that would fall under there. Then you have inquiries. There's two types of inquiries. There's soft inquiries and hard inquiries. You don't want hard inquiries. Hard inquiries is like you give permission to, say, a bank for them to look into your credit score and see if you are eligible for a loan or not. That's a hard inquiry. It's not all bad to have hard inquiries. So say if you're getting a mortgage, they look at your credit score. That's going to be a hard inquiry, but that's you getting a house. But you don't want a lot of inquiries either. So make sure it's like a gray area. There's no black and white in this. So just be careful of how many inquiries you have. You don't want a lot of inquiries within a short span of time. So those are some of the ways that credit scores can be increased or dropped. So keep that in mind. Make sure you're very responsible with your credit cards and you build that credit score. It's very vital. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I said credit score is important for your long-term goals in your future. So credit score can help you find a place to call home or get that car loan or that student loan or whatever the case is, right? So in terms of buying, we all know that high credit score or excellent credit score equates to a good mortgage. A mortgage with favorable terms and a low interest rate. And that's what you want. So you can buy your dream home. Where on the other side, say you have low or poor credit score, you're going to have a higher interest rate, meaning it's going to be more expensive in the long term, or you might not be able to buy the house. Or even worse, you might not be eligible to get a mortgage, and that sucks. And right now, this economy, the interest rates are high already. So it's very imperative that you have that excellent credit score. I cannot stress this enough. Now, say on the renting aspect. Now, the landlord will look at the credit score to see how financially responsible this person is, right? Again, 800 being excellent. There's some listing agents that say 600 and below, I'm not going to bother. Anything above that, we'll look, right? Depending on the offer and whatever, right? And that makes sense because the lower your credit score, that means you're not financially responsible, meaning that you may default, you may not pay that monthly rent. Whereas on the other side, having an excellent credit score, that means that person is financially responsible. They will pay their month-to-month rent deposit. So they're less risk adverse. You want as less of a risk as possible. And same thing with banks, right? In terms of applying for a mortgage, they want people with excellent credit score. So they know that person won't default. I also want to say that Canada recommends using Equifax or TransUnion, but you can also use other websites and apps, like Credit Karma. They do the same thing. They give you a credit score and they give you a credit report. And it's good to have that credit score and credit report so you know what's correct. There might be inaccuracy, and then you can call that credit bureau and fix it. That will increase your credit score, right? You want to know what you're against, especially when you're going to purchasing a house. You want to know what you have, or what kind of house prices you can look for and search for, and stuff like that, and things of that nature. Also, credit scores vary from different credit bureaus, and they mean different. So what I mean is you might have a different credit score in Equifax and a different score in TransUnion. They have different weight systems as well. It's not going to be obviously totally different. It's going to be just little inaccuracy. And that's normal, right? Same thing if you're using Credit Karma. So hopefully this video helps you. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. I'm here to help you out. And yeah, thanks.